Hey, y'all. Hey, let's get into this. Ooh, look at the light. Honey. 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 Okay. Let there be light. Hey, y'all. Hey, let's get into this intuitive reading, this intuitive message. Just a divinely led message, guided message. Thank you, Spirit, for Cardi B and Saweetie. Oh man, so many downloads. So let me just say what I gotta say. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friends. So let's get to the heart of this issue. Spirit said there's some things that we're just not seeing in the middle of the deck. Okay, so first things first, Spirit said float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Somebody want to be in the ring. They want to pat, 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 what you say kind of energy, okay? And then the other download is that, fear is a hell of an energy. But when someone is no longer afraid, it's hard to fight them because they're no longer allowing you to just, had them up against the ropes. They throwing punches back. And that's the energy with these two. One had somebody in the corner and they was just taking blows. And now they like, nah, forget that. You know what I'm saying? And so your power isn't as strong because they don't believe that you have power over them. And, anytime things like that happen, it's always of the mind. It's a spiritual battle. People always be like, it's spiritual warfare. And you be like, what? But it is, because now, where somebody else was like, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do that. Now they did. And it feels like, it definitely, when it comes to these two women, it feels like a spiritual warfare. So we'll see what it is, what the cards say. Again, this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Okay, let's get into it. So what's going on with these two? Spirit is acknowledging that there's an energy of a lot of communication and a ball of emotion, a big, huge ball of emotion with sweet as a Georgia peach. So this reference to Georgia has something to do with them. Okay. There's kindness, tender care, charm, beauty, flirtation, and a delicious experience. And so this takes me back to many readings that I've done on them, where, what's his name? Offset comes up. So we'll see if this energy continues to appear, but it feels like at the heart of it, this energy, and it's a reference to Georgia. I can't recall if he's actually from Georgia or if he's from down south. I can't recall. Like somewhere else down south is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, this is at the heart of this issue, okay? And Spirit is also acknowledging around this energy, I'll deal with you when I deal with you, okay? Trying to get away, trying to go away from this topic, but I'll deal with you because what's the rush? I'll get around to it. What's the rush? Waiting, inspired action only, trust, relax, and allow the flow. And this has to do with a water sign, okay? Because I see water in the background. So this could be a water sign and or this could be emotional. And Spirit is acknowledging, stop. Like, don't do it kind of energy, because it's like, move on. This is monotony, boredom. It's a one-horse town. This obstacle you could easily maneuver because it's keeping you from your passion from your purpose and from your strength. I don't know why passion came up. Okay. But anyway, this is the energy. It's like, move on. There's monotony here. Branch out. Novelty is needed. But someone is unable to move on. They are restless. They are lazying around. They are loafing. They are inertia. They have inertia, false start, no response, and disinterest. And this is the combined energy of these two. Like, one is like eating the grass over here because they think the grass is greener over here. And the other one was like no response, needing to move on. It's something that they just can't get over that has to do with this sweet as a Georgia peach. Spirit is also acknowledging this energy, this vibration, that they're poking fun at one another due to all of this emotion, acknowledging, when one finger is pointed, several fingers are pointed back, but a suffering, full disdain, displeasure, contempt, poking fun, read between the lines. Okay. So it definitely, every time I read on these two, there's definitely an energy of, strife, okay, argument, spite. How does Cardi B see Saweetie? Cardi B, Bella Khalees, I don't know Saweetie's real name. All right, she sees her as trying to be very naive, like, I don't know what happened, I don't know how it happened. Naive, oblivious, inexperienced, gullibility, study and apprenticeship is needed. Subconsciously, she's looking at her and she's got crazy eyes, okay? Cardi B is looking at Saweetie, Bella Khalees is looking at Saweetie and saying, well, that just deals my pickle. Total contentment, is a yes, success, wishes, great. granted. Okay, mastery and joyous resolution. So whatever she was dealing with, how she was being naive and how she needed to do more study and apprenticeship, that made her have crazy eyes. That made Bella Khalees have, is that her name? I feel like I'm saying it right, but I don't know. That made Cardi B have these crazy eyes towards her because what? Give me some sugar, hugs and kisses, adoration, snuggling, pillow talk, bonding, and someone's favorite. With all the solar plexus energy in the background, letting me know that that was the choices that she made, the fire in her belly. So this energy is saying, this is why I feel like this towards you, with all these hearts in your head. All them little love hearts in your head. What's that about? See, and in the middle of the deck is a passionate relationship, okay? Two peas in a pot, water sign energy. Again, could be a water sign and or could be emotional. And I think one of the good subscribers told me that Saweetie is a water sign, so this could definitely be about her. And I mean, we're already reading on her, so duh. But yes, you know what I'm saying? I'm just... This is the flow. This is what happens when I read energy. But anyway, she's acknowledging soul partnership is in the middle of the deck. Resonance, true love, mirror match, blessings, and a life mate. This is the issue that Cardi B has with her. And again, she's pointing fingers. Aren't you precious? Suffering, fool, disdain, displeasure, content, poking fun, read between the lines. Lots of emotion. But again, remember, when you're pointing one finger, several fingers are pointed back. Okay, and Saweetie, how does she currently feel about Bella Khalees, Cardi B? Thank you. She's acknowledging when it comes to Cardi B that this has something to do with as sweet as a Georgia peach. A lot of communication, a lot of emotional energy, a lot of just a lot of emotion. Like, I don't even know how else to say it. But Spirit is saying that she feels like this has to do with this energy, Georgia peach. I can't remember if Offset is from Georgia or not. But kindness, tender care, charm, beauty, flirtation, and it was a delicious experience. Period. That's what she said, period. What? But she's also acknowledging, like, move on. This obstacle is easily maneuverable and it's keeping you from your passion. I don't know why passion keeps coming up, but your purpose and your strength. And she's like, you keep wanting to stay on this topic. Move on. Monotony, small-mindedness, branch out, move on. Novelty is needed. Like, let it go. Again, see, the same cards keep popping out, which is so interesting. So it's validating what was said previously, like literally just a minute ago, that she's lazing around, inertia, false start, loafing. She's like, you got no response. You know what I'm saying? You're sad. You're lonely. Look at you. Looking all pitiful. But she is leaning on Spirit in the middle of the deck. I'm telling you, because the download was, this person is not afraid anymore. Look at my last reading on Saweetie. I was saying this before this even occurred, that they got into it at the Oscars or whatever. You know what the Hollyweirds be doing, they be doing. So anyway, but she's acknowledging in the middle of the deck, like, baby, your storm is coming. Your storm is coming. You play with me, I'm playing with you. See, it's fire. It's fire and fire at this point. It's like my people versus your people. Like, okay, do you get my drift? This is spiritual warfare. My homies versus your homies. Your homies had me up against the ropes, but guess what? My homies is here now. So what's up? Like, it's interesting, right? But she's like, yeah, your storm is coming. We can get you in alignment, get you together real quick. It's blowing up a storm, strong momentum, sudden change, necessary shakeup, transformation, and hope. Because she like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and take that no more. Take that. Something else is in the middle of the deck. And she's acknowledging too, like, I'm doing something to add a layer to my cake, okay? So she might say something that's explosive that might really drop jaws, but she's like, it's out there. Like, now it's out there. So what's up? But anyway, the situation is adding a layer to her cake, okay? A little something I threw together: accomplishment, triumph, self-esteem, confidence, talent, accolades, and fame. Spirit is also acknowledging that this is going to move her up in status to some sort, because the energy in Hollyweird is not as supportive. This is just a download for Cardi B, Bella Khalees. And so this helps them kind of have leverage over her, put her in her place. There's something that they don't care for that she's done and or doing, and so they're going to use this energy of Saweetie. This is crazy energy also in this download, that she is coming up, like she is rising up. And I said that in the previous reading, so definitely go check that out, okay? All right. How does Bella Khalees see Saweetie? Okay, so Bella Calise sees Saweetie as the Black Widow. Now that's deep, okay? Black, I always feel like protection. But look how she got her in this little get up over here. Spiders moving, catching people in their web, having control. That's what it feels like. Black Widow. For some reason, too, people see, or it's like this energy of a Black Widow is a failure. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. Okay. How does Saweetie see Cardi B, Bella Calise? Oh, she sees her as the, what is this, a doctor? The hero coming in to save the day. Lots of emotion, Blue, lots of communication. But something about the doctor, something about putting things together, something about the hero. But look how this person is their presence and their stance. Almost like, I wish you would try to cross me. I wish you would try to come toward me. But also a hero. What's on the bottom of the deck? Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, a hero on the surface. Everybody sees her as a hero. But on the bottom of the deck, there's this energy of a lover. But look how they're bound. They're bound together. This does have love. I do see roses, but I also see candle magic, and this says juju. And in the middle of the deck, this is giving me some Gemini energy. It's like you don't know who you're looking at. This person is one way, but then they're also another way. There's two sides to this person. She's acknowledging that there's a shadow looming over this energy. Girl, that's deep. Do some shadow work, maybe. This reading is alleged, honey. Alleged. Somebody said this reading is so yesterday I was reading a comment. Someone said this reading is definitely alleged. I said, baby, all my readings are. What's the problem? I say that every time. What's up? Like, you right. You're right. All right. So anyway, how does Bella Calise protect herself from Saweetie? Okay, I do see water in the background. 13 is significant, 4 is significant. And Spirit says, Lioness, you've earned all your stripes. So how does she protect her? Now, this is interesting. This lady looks like she's on an island, enjoying her space and at her pace, okay, in this time. And she's reading a book. The book is titled Fairy Tales, okay? So naturally, sometimes with growth comes a little scarring. You've come incredibly far, and you should be proud of the person you've become. Think of your scars, not as a reminder of the pain that you've endured in the past, but as proof that you can survive anything. And so this is how she protects herself. Again, acknowledging that there's some scars that she's, had a battle wound or wounds when it comes to Saweetie. Now, how does Saweetie protect herself from Cardi B? Thank you. Well, you better get on up there. Drop it like it's hot. Okay, so Spirit says wings. You said this person is free. Check out my last reading because I said that. Like, she's no longer bound. She's no longer bound by whatever kind of energy that their intentions that someone was trying to put on her. She feels free. It looks like she's being released from something. And so I said in that reading that you're going to see her a lot more. She's going to be a lot more visible because she feels like has power restored. But wings, you never needed those wings to fly. You never needed those wings to fly. It seems like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of self-doubt and self-criticism. When you tell yourself you can't do whatever you set your mind to, that's what we refer to as negative self-talk, and it's extremely toxic. Just as we expect others to treat us with kindness, we also need to treat ourselves with kindness. A bird can't fly away if you never let it out of its cage. Okay? And so there's also this energy of guilt and remorse, but then there's also this energy of something happened that feels like it was out of her control when it comes to Cardi B, okay? What's the energy with Cardi B and Saweetie. Thank you. This relationship. See, it just keeps coming up that somebody was in a relationship, either one or both of them. It was pleasant, it was expensive, it was beautiful, it was detailed. And then we have this powerful woman in reverse who was very egotistical, bossy, weak, and helpless. Was acknowledging, like, I do everything. There's unequal give and take, lazy, mooching, disrespect, the blame game. And then in the middle of the deck, there's confusion and unknowns, a matrix. With the third eye in reverse. Now somebody is wanting someone back. I want you back. They're regretful. They're missing the other person's sad, sleepless nights. And this is due to spicing things up. An uncomfortable situation happened. It was a dry spell. So maybe somebody was not, being intimate with the other person. And so then there became some conflicting desires. So what it feels like, again, every time I read on them, there's this energy of somebody getting caught up. Somebody, got their finger caught. Kids say, who took the cookie from the cookie jar? That's what it feels like. Okay. Bella Khalees energy towards Saweetie. See, her energy towards Saweetie is, you was trying to spice things up. You had some conflicting desires with this fire sign who is very attractive, fiery, on a roll, temperatures. This created a lot of fire. This created a lot of chaos, debates, arguments, spite. And she's in the middle of the deck like, you're a follower. You're boring. You're fearful. You want to be me, basically, with individuality in reverse, okay? And what is Saweetie's energy towards Bella Khalees? I feel like she's apologized for whatever has happened. Okay, she feels like Bella Khalees is sick. Health concerns, health conditions, mental illness, disease. She needs to check her heart. She's also acknowledging that she's mean, unemotional, rude, with a lack of empathy, with the Ice Queen in reverse. And this is all about self-absorption, obsession, superficiality with illusions on social media. She's acknowledging that she's has some addiction, excessive drinking, a sex addict, unhealthy coping mechanisms, but also that she comes off as very bright and vivacious, happy, loud, and colorful. Spirit said that there was limbo and confusion, uncertainty with her choices, whether or not she should go or stay from her romantic like her partner, Offset. I don't know his real name. With the flowers on the ground. Flowers remind me of love lost. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. And she's also acknowledging that there's public knowledge of a violation and unkept promises when it comes to their marriage. But this also is connected to Saweetie in some way. Okay. So Spirit said, let me ask this question about Saweetie and Offset. Okay, thank you, Spirit. All right, so Spirit is acknowledging alert, assumptions. There's some false accusations here with the red flag in reverse, that there was a transparency, financial fears, and scarcity with gold digger in reverse. Lots of red needing to get grounded. But that this was, and something was happening here that was inappropriate with a secret admirer in reverse. There's jealousy, haters, friend zoned because there was inappropriate behavior. And now there's this energy of having time apart, boundaries, and no contact with give me space, don't talk to me, okay? And then there's also some body modification. Did he give her some money to do some things? Or cosmetic surgery? There's this energy of like copycat, wanting to look like someone else is trying to look like them. And that Spirit said this is a part of the intention too. This is a part of the magic. This is a part of the game. Like I said, my people versus your people. So you might start to see one or the other start to look like the other person, mirror the other person, because that is a part of the magic that they're playing with at this point. I mean, I'm just going to tell y'all what it is. I said it's a download, but there's definitely something that was inappropriate. So Spirit has said, you know what I'm saying? Again, this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Let's get into it real quick. So what is their biggest issue? Saweetie and Bella Khalees, what's their biggest issue? someone ignoring, someone not hearing, someone not listening. Subconsciously, there's also an offer. So we do see a man. So a man ignoring one or both. And subconsciously taking an offer. And getting rejected. Because you ain't shit. Now the queen is rising. Stepping into their power. Coming up in the spotlight. And they're really curious about you. They're thinking about you. Makes you feel like manifestation. They see that you're lonely and you're by yourself. That you're a grudge holder and you have some fake smiles. But this is all played out on TV because you are clout hungry. Says anything, does anything, makes shit up. Very dramatic. They're watching you. Almost obsessed like. But they're watching you. They're watching you. Cardi B and Saweetie. Bella Khalees and Saweetie. Thank you. All right. This energy has to do with the lovers. It just keeps coming up. Okay, it just keeps coming up. Major choices, love, soulmates, temptation, being put to the test, kindred spirits, perfect union, partnership, relationship, romance, desires, sexual connections, shared values when it comes to these two. And because of this energy, because of this lovers, because of this choice, there's loss now. With the 5 of Cups, sadness, loss, grief, despair, abandonment, guilt, remorse, regret, trauma, heartbreak, mourning, unwelcome change, focusing on negative emotions, isolation, and loneliness. And in the middle of the deck, what we're not seeing, serious generosity. With the 6 of Pentacles, there's give and take, there's reciprocity. So someone is paying someone, you see he has the scales, the balance, paying someone to bring the balance, bring the scales to balance. Interesting. 6 is significant. To gain assistance and support. Interesting. Spirit said there's something else in the middle of the deck. There's 2 things actually. Okay, Spirit said passion is in the middle of this as well. What we're not seeing. Someone making a quick decision and being hasty. To go after a passion. Fiery. Sagittarius energy is on this card. Could be passionate, could be also chaotic in the area of business, but also in the area of pleasure. And this leaves someone with the 8 of Swords in reverse. Negative self-talk around escape, freedom, release, and finding solutions and options, relief, and taking control. See, they're finally released. And I kept saying that in my reading for Saweetie this week. Again, Spirit is acknowledging that now they are making investments. Now, with the 7 of Pentacles, they've got something else going on. And they're waiting for their hard work to pay off. They're waiting to reap a harvest, a plentiful harvest. And this is in regards to the King of Wands in reverse. Again, fire sign energy. This is earth sign energy. But fire sign energy in the area of business and also pleasure, romance. Pleasure, just passion, just keeps wanting to come out. They're waiting for a plentiful harvest because there's this energy of lies, someone being devious and prejudiced, a liar or a devious person, one whose main focus is self-promotion. Whoa. How does Saweetie feel about Bella Khalees? She feels like she is the King of Swords in reverse. A lot of negative self-talk. Air sign in reverse. Air sign energy, negative. We do have a Libra sign there. She's selfish, ruthless, devious, premeditated, malice. Someone who is overly cautious. And subconsciously she's saying with this fire sign again, Knight of Wands keeps coming out. In the area of business, but also in the area of passion. I feel like there's it's offset of Sagittarius. I feel like I just keep saying Sagittarius because I feel like that's what he is. Sexual adventures, active, energetic, negotiators, debaters. So she's feeling like this because of this passion. In the middle of the deck, she's trying to be strong. Trying to tap into her inner strength. Yes. And it's interesting because it feels like she keeps saying, I deaded that situation. That's in my past. Like, I said sorry. Move along. Yeah, see, she feels trapped and bound by herself. Like, I'm already dealing with it myself mentally. Okay, move along, move around kind of energy. Gemini energy is on this card. Feeling trapped, restricted, backed in a corner, hands tied, victimized, paralyzed by fear and terror, anxiety, feeling pressure, hopeless, hopeless, powerless. See, these are all the energies that she feels. Punishment, slavery, imprisonment, drama towards that situation. She being Saweetie. Now, how does Cardi B see Saweetie? In the area of passion, again, this is a fire sign energy, and we see that Sagittarius on there. Hastiness, speed, progress, movement, rushing, exciting times. Okay, being very energetic with this fire sign. She's also acknowledging subconsciously, because of this action, she's a hoarder. She's holding on to things tightly. She's stingy because she's dealing with scarcity. She's saving for a big purchase. Greedy. Like, now you got to hold on to things too tightly because you move too quickly. You know, you worried about your finances. Holding on to it. In the middle of the deck, what we're not seeing, again, we have a Sagittarius on this energy. Fire sign with a 10 of Wands in reverse, excuse me. She's acknowledging that she has insurmountable problems. Cardi B is acknowledging energetically that Saweetie has insurmountable problems. What's next for Cardi B and Saweetie? Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is acknowledging that there is a Queen of Pentacles, so someone could definitely be manifesting and or having a child, but being responsible, having wealth, a capable woman who is both a mother and a businesswoman, which is Cardi. I don't think Saweetie has kids. But then there's also this energy of someone being sitting down, and in this Virgo energy of the Hermit, having to do some soul searching, some spiritual enlightenment. Is Mother about to have a seat? It feels like she's about to go and have a seat, to contemplate, to think, to have some inner guidance, because this is becoming heavy. Okay? When I say Mother, I'm speaking in reference to Cardi B. Spirit is also acknowledging seat, rest. Yeah. Due to the stress and feeling overwhelmed, mental overload, needing space. It feels like she might even have some hospitalization just to meditate and regroup because a lot is happening. She's an air sign. Spirit just keeps screaming that. And so too much thinking can definitely be a mental overload and cause her to, break. It's a lot. Spirit is saying in the middle of the deck, it feels like I'm talking about Cardi B at this point. Saweetie's energy is not even coming up. It just feels like it has some Gemini energy in reverse. Light at the end of the tunnel. So this will help her see the light at the end of the tunnel, recover, improve, and let go of any negative stress. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.